Okay, everybody. This is Vince with Listings to Leads, and this is our getting started call. So thanks for getting on the call with us. Um, if you have questions, please put it in the little chat panel there on the right. What I'd appreciate it is if you could, real quickly, while I get started here, just put in the chat panel how long have you been with us and what brought you to us, right? Is there a particular kind of technology that you had heard about? So when you log in with an agent account, we right here it has a little pop-up here, and most of us are trained to just ignore and click and go around that. But I want to point out a couple of things on this page that are very important. Um, Neil Wolf is one of our clients, got on a call with us earlier this year talking about one of the tools that we provide all of you, and he's using it on Craigslist. And a lot of people don't think about Craigslist much anymore regarding real estate lead generation. But this guy's generating hundreds of leads every month from Craigslist, which is a free service. And if we get time, I'll kind of show you what that looks like. But if we don't get time, you can watch the recording. You can see here. The other call that is really important is this one here with Shannon Pyatt, and it talks about Facebook advertising. And I think Facebook is probably one of the top places to generate leads right now in real estate, both buyers and sellers. And we have awesome tools to do that. There is a little bit of technique. The mechanics of how to isn't that hard, but having a little bit of technique really makes a difference. So I would watch these when you have time. I'm going to click to the left, and that will close this, and I want to talk a little bit more about what's on this page. Getting started is something that you can look at if you're brand new to us, and it kind of talks about setting up the profile and setting up links in your account. When you do sign up, our support team will set up your basic account for you, but you still got to go in and do a little bit more to get the most out of this platform. This button here is Facebook advertising, so if you click here, a couple important things. On the second half of the page is a video showing you how to create the right kind of landing page that you want and how to customize it. And then right here, it's going to show you how to run an ad in 2 minutes on Facebook. So if you haven't run ads on Facebook, that's a great place to watch. And I will actually towards the end of this call, kind of jump in there real quick and show you what that looks like. We've got an open house section here where we've got about a handful of tools designed to market the open house. And you'll see as you get used to our tools that they're not only designed to market, but they're also designed to capture leads. And so we've got tools designed for Facebook, for Craigslist, for email, blogs, and print for just the open house. And so even if it's not your own open house and you're holding it open, you got to by all means use these tools because they'll help you out. Then right here we have a listing presentation. You can download it at the bottom of that page. You can customize it so it kind of fits your business there. Right, so that's kind of some of the basics. There's also a mastermind group, and I recommend that you all join this. You click this button, and there's a button there that says Ask to Join. We will accept you, but if you haven't realized it yet, we add new tools, I'd say about every 2 weeks to Listings to Leads. And the fastest way for us to communicate those is in the mastermind group. So the mastermind group is great for us to communicate to our clients, but it's also a great place where our clients are sharing a lot of tips and ideas of what's working for them, how they're using the tools, what their ads look like, things like that. So to help you learn faster, it's always good to spend a few minutes in there. I'd say a few minutes every week. So I will kind of quickly go through a couple of things here. And one, let's start with a profile. Since we're getting started, what do we need to have? Well, you probably want your picture there. You want your emails here, right, where we're going to send leads to and when we're going to send our tools to. If you have a kind of a CRM like Realty Juggler or others, you can put like Lead Router. You can put that email here and say send leads to, and anything that gets captured in our forms will send there. If you have an assistant that you want the tools to go to, you could put their email in one of these and say send the tools to. So that's what it's designed to do. Pretty easy to use. If you have reviews on Zillow, check this box here and we will auto-populate those reviews on Zillow into your tools. Down here we have a whole section of what our themes look like. Our support team usually sets that up, but if you want to change it for some reason, you can. If you want a different Craigslist template, you can click this button here and it will show you the Craigslist templates that we have. And then down here you can connect your YouTube channel. If you use Wise Agent, you can connect that there. If you use Top Producer, you can connect that there. And if you use social networks, you can connect them there and save any changes at the bottom. So that's like easy. You set that up one time. But I want to point out this section here that says lead links. And this is something that is very unique for listings to leads, but it really is effective in helping you get more buyers. And to show you what lead links actually look like, I'm going to pop over to the listing section. And we will get into the listing section in a second, but I want you to understand, like, this is what the dashboard of our listings marketing platform looks like. And we create all of these tools, right? And I'll get into them in detail in a couple minutes here. But let's click on the single property website here for this property here in Maple Grove. Okay, and when we click on that, like every other real estate marketing company, we're going to have things that say, here's the price, here's the address, here's the photos, here's the description. That's normal. You would expect that, right? And there's at least 100 companies that do this kind of thing. However, none of those companies take into consideration the obvious thing that we all know is the majority of the people that see your home for sale will not want to buy your home. But if they clicked on it, if they clicked on it in an email, they clicked on it on Facebook, or they clicked on it in Zillow or Trulia or anywhere else, you kind of have to make the assumption that they're interested in property. So if you have better call to actions, which we call lead links, you can say, well, if you don't want this home in Maple Grove, why not look at all Maple Grove homes for sale? Or Maple Grove homes under 500K? Or find out what your home is worth, right? You can control all of these links, and when I click on a link like this one here, this is going to drive me to maybe my Maple Grove page on my website, so that the consumer says, oh, if I do want your home, well, I can just go ahead and follow this home or schedule a showing. But what if I don't? Since the majority of people won't want this home, instead of clicking next, they can go, oh, I'll go look here, and end up on your website. And then ideally your website can capture leads as well. So that's a good thing to do, and the way you control that is you go up to the top and click lead links, and you create links and say Aberdeen homes for sale and point it to your website, or Plymouth homes under 325K and you point it to your website, right? And that's the links that you choose, so that when you go back to the listing section, and we'll go back there again, the thing that you have here is a green button that says lead generation links, lead gen links. And this allows you to see all of those links that you just created on the lead links page, and you choose the ones that you want active and you click save, and those become the active links for that particular listing. For some of you, the same links can be used as default for all your listings, but for others of you, you've got homes in different parts of your area, right? Some in different towns, some are waterfront, some are over by a golf course or whatever. So that, you have different things that you got to think of that people will be interested in when they see that, and you can really take advantage of that in our platform. So that being said, that's one of the first things to do is obviously get your profile right, get your links right, so you can get the most amount of leads as possible, and then you can start thinking about, well, are my listings going to be in here? And this section we're going to jump into is how you use the core system or the core tools if you have listings. We will jump into after, what do you do if you don't have listings, right? What kinds of tools are there? And then also, what will I do with Facebook? Okay, so here, earlier I said there's an open house section. You can actually click right here, there's an open house button, and just click that button and put in a date and time and save it at the bottom, and we will automatically email you a bunch of tools in one email and just say do this with this tool and send this one here, and it's designed to really capture leads for you, right? So but what you want to do is sort of move left from right, left to right. And so the first thing is choose the right lead generation links. The second thing is get this single property website out in social media. You'll notice that mine says active contingent, and that's another important piece of listings to leads. It's that we think you should market the same home over and over. But market it as just listed. Maybe you want to market it as coming soon. Certainly market it as open house. Maybe when it's under contract or active contingent, And of course you want to market it just sold, right? So in this case, what the first thing we always want you to do is make sure you got the right lead generation links for this property so you can get the most value out of it. And then just go right underneath your picture and share it to the major social networks. It's very easy. You see this Facebook button here? You click on it, and it opens up. As long as you're logged into your Facebook account, it says, "Hey, there you go," and say, "Oh, here's a great home, just on the market. A great home, newly upgraded kitchen," whatever you got to say, right, to get people to click on it, and just post to Facebook, and we'll go look at that in a second. That's like a great thing to do. I will tell you, a lot of agents don't pay attention to these other social networks. Pinterest, a lot of lead generation there. Not so much on Twitter and Google and LinkedIn, but we've got clients that are coming back. We just had a client come back to us on the mastermind group and said, "I posted something on LinkedIn, I got a listing from it. I posted that out on LinkedIn, and I got 2 more listings." So, it's so easy to get to social media. I know that many of you are building these social networks, so just click a button like this, and it'll bring you to the area, and then you just sort of type in something that's gonna, be catching their eye, and just post it. And you never know what's going to be it, but it just takes seconds to take advantage of that. So this is the single property website. Share the single property website to your social media networks, okay? The next thing is our virtual tour. And our virtual tour is, it's on the same platform. So in some ways, I'm going to click the branded virtual tour. It looks very similar, but it has a kind of a slide, pan and zoom situation going on with your photos. And this happens automatically. If we're getting your listings in via your MLS through our partner at ListHub, well then this just happens. And we email the single property website and the virtual tour to you. So what we want you to do, and I know this is gonna be the first of kind of when your brain goes tilt, put the branded virtual tour directly on Zillow and Trulia and ignore your MLS. We do give you a non-branded virtual tour, right? It's not very helpful. And unless you really want to you need a virtual tour, you really want to focus on the branded one, because the branded one has all these lead generation links on the site, right? So the bare minimum that we want all of our clients to do is copy the link at the top. It's up here, searchallproperties.com/whatever, and put it directly to Zillow and Trulia. Find your listing and put it there. Now, if you're one of the Realogy brands, if you're with the Coldwell Banker, Century 21, ERA, and Sotheby's, and Better Homes, you have a software program called Crest, and you can take this link and put it in Crest, and they'll syndicate it out to all the top sites for you. If you're with Keller Williams, you can put that link right in KWLS, and they'll syndicate it out for you. If you're not with those companies, just put it directly in Zillow and Trulia. But get the branded one out. It will, people, if they see a property and they have any remote interest, maybe it's in the right price point, who knows? They will click on a virtual tour. And as you can see, our virtual tour has a number of ways to capture leads for you. So that's why we're just saying, focus on the branded one, get it out in the market. Now here, my next button is YouTube. And we can auto-upload a virtual tour to YouTube for you. I think that's like our default way. But as I showed you earlier on the profile page, you can also put your own channel on the profile page, and we'll upload your virtual tours to your own channel automatically. So you don't even have to touch it, okay? Over to the right, on the far right, you can post to Craigslist. And I'll kind of breeze through this pretty quickly, but let me just show you. Click on any of your Craigslist buttons, and there's a video right here to show you how this works. But what it's going to show you is click on this little thing here. I don't know if you can see, my mouse goes from a pointer to a square. That means I can drag this, and I can drop it up in my toolbar. And you notice I have a bunch of bookmarks here. You need to have that bookmark bar showing. And when you do, what that does is you can click on that button, and this shows you all of your listings. You can drop down and change from address to address, and then you open up Craigslist and you just copy and paste this information to Craigslist. and then you go from there. Just follow the steps on Craigslist. So great, fast way. I do recommend that you get to Craigslist. A lot of realtors used to be on Craigslist. It was a hotbed for lead generation until about 2+ years ago, and and when Craigslist turned the website around, I'd say 95, 98% of realtors just walked away from it. But Craigslist is still the number 11th website in the country, and consumers did not walk away from it. So it's a place where your competition has left and you can advertise for free. So I would take advantage of it. And like I said, that first call there on our page, one of our clients is generating, 50, 100 leads a week from Craigslist. So it is important. And if you're focused on generating leads, I would pay attention to it. So we also, there's a blog situation here. We create a blog for you, a WordPress blog. We host it, and we post every one of your listings to that blog. We also have a listing landing page, and this is really useful when it comes to things like Facebook advertising. Landing pages, we will dive kind of into a little bit later, have more to do with putting on Facebook, right? To say, hey, I want to let the market know that I have a home that's just sold, or just listed, or coming soon, or open house. And this is a very attractive way to market on Facebook, because then your brand, the things that people see, it's just looking awesome. So that's something that you want to think of. It is a listing landing page. There is one for every listing, and we definitely recommend it when we're talking about Facebook strategy. But here are the two other tools that are kind of, the free core tools. And I want to take a second to dive into this, because this is a little bit of the harder thing that people they definitely don't understand this in our system. But I'm going to click on the e-flyer and kind of walk through what we got here. We have a lot of e-flyers, right? I think normally when you think of e-flyers in real estate, they're not that interesting, right? You don't even want to talk about them. Maybe somebody calls you and asks about a house, and you'll send them an e-flyer. In our world, we want to market with e-flyers multiple times, and I'll show you why in a second. But basically, there are multiple events in a listing that are important times to market. Coming soon, just listed, open house, under contract, maybe price reduced, and of course just sold, right? And you can see I've got all those opportunities with these flyers here. So we want, and I'm going to show you what they look like, and you'll understand why this is so important. But what we want to do with our flyers and our Facebook ads is leverage your clients to build referrals, okay? And yeah, you're going to market. Yeah, you're going to get some buyer leads, and yes, you're going to get some seller leads too. But we really need to get your name in front of your homeowners, your clients, your listing clients, friends and family. And this platform right here is designed to do it. So let's kind of start from the top left and see what on world am I talking about. I'm going to click on view. This is called the seller engagement email, and it has your banner, right? That's my banner there, and it has a few images of the home. This is automatically created, and it's emailed to you, right? And it's got the address of the home, and it says here's everything we're doing, and here's some links. I can click on it, and we're on Facebook, and we're in email, and I'm on Google, and we're in WordPress, and I'm in Craigslist. And you know what? We're doing all this for you at Listings to Leads, right? And we're talking about it right now. Then it's got your picture and your logo at the bottom, right? And that's like, and we do that because we want that to get to your client. So if I click send, it will send it to me automatically, and then I forward it to my client, right? And write a couple notes and just say, hey, you know what? This is just to give you an idea of what we're doing. Then tools start automatically going to you. And I'm going to show you what the single property website one looks like, because this is the flyer, right? So the nature of our flyers is that, yeah, they generate leads. Remember I talked about the lead generation links, so they're there. They're designed to capture leads. Of course, somebody can call you, but nobody's going to call you. That's not really what online lead gen is about. But then there's the basic information of the home, and so lots of ways to capture leads here. But the real important part and difference of Listings to Leads is this message that comes above the flyer, okay? And I'm going to read it to you, or just paraphrase it. It says, "Dear friends, we've hired Vincent Meza at L2L Realty, and he's created this, and other tools to help us get it sold faster. We'd like you to forward this to as many people as you can. We'd help you if you asked," right? Something like that. And the point is, We want you to get this to your client, the listing client, and tell them send it out via your email, because their friends and their family and their colleagues are communicating with them on email. So this is automatically created. It's sent to you. It can go directly to them as well. Um, Follow up with a phone call, right? Just follow up with a phone call and say, I just sent this to you. So we have that built for e-flyers, but I think another really interesting piece, and it parallels with that, is we also have that for Facebook. So when I click on Facebook for this property, and this home is just sold, let's view that and let's look at what that looks like, right? So there's some information in the email, and it says, Dear Sally Seller, and you should kind of change that up and make it say what you want it to say. But the point of this whole piece is the consumer, your client, the homeowner, should copy what's between these red lines and put it on Facebook. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to highlight it and I'm going to copy. And when you send this to your client, and you get the e-flyer and the Facebook ad automatically, just take it and send it to them and tell them, hey, give them a quick call, 5 or 10-second phone call, and just say, hey, could you take that and put that on Facebook? We're doing a bunch of stuff to market your home, and if you could just do that, that would be awesome, right? And this is what happens. This is what your client is meant to do. Okay, they're meant to just copy and paste and post. And we'll look at this real quickly together. And remember when we were looking at the single property website, and I said you just got to share that to Facebook. We did this a few minutes ago. Well, this is what the single property looks like on the Facebook, right? Just a big, beautiful page designed to capture leads, right? I can click right here on Lafayette Homes for Sale and get pushed to your website, right? And that's kind of the key. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get more leads for you, more activity for you, right? So when we go back here, let's go back to what I had just posted. And it says here, our home is just sold and we want to recommend Vince Meza, blah, 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 doing excellent job. Here's his name and phone number. So that's why you want to use this platform here, because when they click on here, what is it? It's another tool to capture leads for you, okay? And the whole point is, when I get back there, we have all these tools to market on Facebook, that one home, right? And if you haven't figured out, Facebook is a very important place to market right now. So what we want is not you to just put one little thing out there on Facebook and say, hey, I'm a realtor. We want you to put many things on Facebook and say, hey, I'm a realtor. In this case, you don't even need to use pay-per-click advertising there. If you don't know what that is, we will talk about it in a minute. In this case, we're giving it to your clients, and your clients, if they're on Facebook, they've probably got 100, 200, 300 friends on Facebook who have never heard of you and don't know you're a realtor, right? But those are the same people, friends, family, and colleagues, that you hope to get referrals from. So why not let them know that you're here on Facebook and that you're working with them, right? And that's what this whole platform here, this part of the platform is designed to do. So that's the core stuff for marketing homes. Are there any questions at this point? And if not, I'll jump into some of the other kind of cool stuff we got going on. So I don't see any. So I'm going to just I'm going to kind of poke around and show you a couple things, and we're going to jump into some of the Facebook stuff. We do have a live Facebook call tomorrow, which is specifically on Facebook. So I'm not going to drive too much into it today, but I will kind of jump through it really quickly. Really cool tool here is called the listing website and widgets. There are two cool tools here. So the first one is your listing website. I want to click on it. And as you know, we focus on capturing leads, so our tools have multiple ways. Over here, you can find out what your home is worth. That's lead capture. Over here, I can, click on links to get to your website, Lafayette Homes for Sale, whatever you need, right? You manage that and control that. Then all of your listings are down on this page, and every time somebody clicks on a listing, it opens up a single property website. So when I mentioned that Neil Wolf using the Craigslist, this is the tool that he's using. He's putting this tool on Craigslist, okay? And he's borrowed a lot of listings. He's borrowed a lot of listings from other agents. So this page looks like he's got 20 listings, which really gives that perspective that you got a lot going on and he just puts this link up here up on Craigslist. He actually has his own little vanity URL, and it's pointing to this, and it's working like gangbusters. So watch the Neil Wolf call. This is the tool that he's using. It's very cool, and it's available. It's inside of all of your accounts by clicking listing website on the listings page, and then you got it right here. Now here we've also got another one very similar. It's called the client review site, and if you have Zillow reviews, it's got all your reviews coming. You see where it says no views available? That's because I'm not really a real estate agent and I don't have reviews on Zillow, but if you do, all your reviews will be sort of like listed right down on this page. Okay, so let's go over to, I see a question here. You went fast. Are these recorded? Yes, Michelle, this is being recorded and it will be up on our mastermind group later today. And if you are not on our mastermind group, click the home page inside your account, click on join the mastermind group, and over here on the right will be a button that says click to join, and go ahead and click that. Here's another cool thing here. Since I'm here, we've got an email signature. It looks like this. Let's click on it. This is part of the system, and if you're starting to see like the rhythm here of what we're doing, everything we're doing is focused on generating leads. So what is your home worth is a lead capture form behind it. Search all homes, it's driving to your website. Recently sold homes in Manchester, that's a lead capture page. Avoid foreclosure, it's a lead capture page. So this is Kevin Cooper's signature bar. It's got his banner, it's got a link to his reviews, it's just got lead capture all over the place. This is what we've designed inside Listings to Leads. It's part of your account. To see that, click on the blog tab up here. And now you see I've got my little handy thing right here. And I've got a message over here, and this is cool, and actually not a lot of people know this, but I am going to click send email. And what it does is whatever is in that box, it sends me that email. We should see it pop up somewhere. It'll send me an email, and it'll have my signature bar on it. So we'll see if that pops up. Let's see if we got a question here. Oh, you're welcome, Shell. Let's see if I have what I have. Oh, I don't see it yet. But that's where you get your signature bar. That's a cool new tool that we have. So at this point, these are kind of some of the things we got going on. There's also a video center. There's a lot to Listings to Leads, and so if I go all over the place, I kind of don't want to, because you won't remember anything. But I will point out the video center. Is a place where you can pull in your own YouTube videos and have it auto associated. So if you click on create tab content here, let's say you have a testimonial, right? You could just say, you know, what would your tab name be? I don't know, work with me, right? That's going to be the tab name. Paste in the website address on YouTube of the video of your testimonial, and say, oh, I want it to be connected to all my listings. And I want it to go to any new listings because I want everybody to know why they need to work with me. You save that, that will autoplay and auto pull in the YouTube video. Really simple. So that's something cool. Not everybody does video, but if you are doing video, which is smart to do, definitely do it. Definitely use us. Over here is the tutorials FAQ. This might sound a little boring. We'll get exciting in a second. There's a lot of information here on how to use our platform, so definitely use that. If you have questions, there's a contact support page. I really recommend that you use this section right here. There are 4 people who watch all these emails that come in, and that's my recommendation. That's going to be the quickest way to get answers. Okay. So let's go into Facebook. Okay, and let's go into landing pages. There is a Facebook advertising deal here that's kind of useful. We have a partial to full lead converter, which is actually a combination of Cole information technology, which basically is a big database of contact information. And that really works helpful when you're capturing leads, specifically listing leads. So we've got kind of 2 different sections. The easiest to think of is light blue buttons here and dark blue ones over here. The dark blue ones are the newest and latest landing pages. And a lot of agents are coming to us for these tools alone, right? And you can see that there are property valuation pages, there are growing family pages, there's a free HUD report page, there are empty nester pages, And then you can do a custom free report. Maybe you got one of those reports like, I don't know, 25 tips on how to sell your home or whatever it is, right? And you want to give that to them, but you want to get some contact information first. Well, that's a great page to use. So, one thing I want you to notice is some of these buttons have the word plus on them. And plus means that at the end of this landing page, the consumer is going to get an instant Zillow valuation. If it does not have the word plus, that means they're not going to get an instant valuation. They're going to get an auto response thank you, and you're going to get a lead. All of these pages are designed to capture leads. We also have FSBOs and expireds and all these others here. So if you're going to create, let's say you're brand new to us and you've never come here, and you work in Boise, right? Whatever your farm market where you want to develop leads, just type in the word and click save. Now, I'm not going to do it because I got a stack of them, but as soon as you click save, it will create a Boise page under every one of these buttons. Okay. And over here, I'm going to click on Property Valuation Plus. That's the one I like everybody to use, or to start with when you're thinking about getting listing leads. When you create it, it'll be at the bottom of your page, and you can click See Landing Page. And this is the default. Oh, that's not the default. This is, I've actually put a picture in here. Let's see if I can do, maybe this one is. Yeah, this is what our default page looks like. Okay. Kind of suburban, generic, we just needed a picture to put it there. I don't recommend you use this in your area, okay? I am going to point out my Lafayette page, and I'm going to talk to you about what we recommend using. We don't recommend that you use a picture of a house on a property valuation page, right? We recommend that you use some kind of landmark. This is in Lafayette, California. This is the reservoir in the center of town. It's a kind of a small town. But everybody walks their dogs and their kids here, and they do their jogging here, and it's just a pretty place to get some exercise. Everybody in Lafayette and around Lafayette knows this place. So when I'm going to put an ad on Facebook, they're going to see this picture. They're going to know this person knows my area. I don't know where you live, but there's something in your town that's going to trigger that same kind of response. Maybe it's a picture of downtown. Maybe it's a famous restaurant, or it's a school sign, or it's a bridge or a landmark or the city hall. I have no idea. But you have some idea, and take a couple seconds and get that in there. And the way you do it is you click on one of the edit landing pages, and you go to this button here where right now it says remove, but it will say upload. I'll remove this and then we'll look at it. You see how it says choose file? So you click choose file, and then you get to a picture of the back of what you want, right? And you need a big picture, and it's going to be a landmark of your town. And then save it, and then that picture, you can click view, and that will be in the background. Now this is the default because I took out that other picture. So hopefully that makes sense. That's how you get the landing page created and customized to what you want. And once you've got it there, and I am going to move fast on this one, number one thing we want you to do is we want you to put it on Facebook, right? That's like seems to be the smartest thing you can do. So click on See Landing Page, copy this link, and go over to Facebook. So here, I'm going to kind of go quickly because I just want you to see what it looks like. Tomorrow we're going to have a call on Facebook, but today it's kind of like just high level. You click on this triangle here, you go to create an ad, and I'm going to get a little pop-up because I got an ad blocker on my thing, but I'm going to leave it on because, yeah, you won't normally see this. But what you want to do, they give you all these objectives. Your objective is to send people to your website, and then right-click, paste, and put that website address that we just copied, right? I would ignore Facebook pixels unless you're really super tech savvy. You don't really need it. But here's the power of Facebook, right? It's right here on this page. I can type in 94549, and that is Lafayette. And what that means is everybody who lives in Lafayette is going to see this page. Okay? Now, I'm going to bracket also, like, you got to be 30 years old. Homes are a little pricey here. So in order for you to be in Lafayette, there aren't a lot of 18-year-olds that own homes here. Okay? You can get kind of tricky down here. You don't need to. If you're just getting started, get that zip code right, get your age bracket right, and then set your budget. Change it to lifetime budget. Don't do 350. We want you to run a property valuation ad for like 3 days, right? So I'm going to say, sorry, it's my phone there. I'm going to say I want this to run on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. And I'm going to spend, it tells me I'm going to run 60 bucks total. So I don't know, again, I don't know where you are, but for many of our clients, running an ad for 20 bucks a day or for 60 bucks for 3 days, you know, they can get somewhere from 20 to 50 leads. We've even had clients get 100 leads in one weekend. And that's how you do it. Then you click here and you click choose ad. Oh, what's this? Minimum budget is, oh, you know what? I forgot. The end date, it punches you out or pushes you out 30 days. And so it needed a, so this is maximum 60 bucks. Now it's a 3-day ad. They'll let that go. So choose the creative. And so the ad creative stuff here, this shows you a preview. Now, I know a lot of you realtors, you get lost on every little thing that you see. And I really focus on what you need to know, okay? What you need to know is that this little word, this language here, find out your home value now, it's not very compelling. It's just not. And you need to think about what is relevant in your market. And it's different, right? There are a lot of people that get ads, that get leads by changing it to something like this. They can, you see I'm over here about to type, I'm going to say click here to get your automated home value in less than 60 seconds, right? Or what, 15 seconds, actually really fast. And this does a couple things, right? This tells the consumer, I can get what I want, which is my home value, and I don't have to talk to you, right? Because nobody really wants to talk to you or me, right? We're essentially in sales, and nobody wants to talk to you. But boy, they would sure love to get their home value, right? So it's worthwhile to take a couple seconds to change that. Desktop right column, I usually say to remove that. That means the ad is on the right-hand side of the website. Not everybody looks at. The default is it's going on the desktop newsfeed, and the newsfeed on Facebook is that center column where everybody's looking at friends and their cats and the dogs and the food they ate. It's going to be right there, right? So that's what that is. Mobile newsfeed, test it out. Sometimes mobile is great, sometimes it's not. Audience network means it's going on their partner apps. I don't know if that's working. We don't know about Instagram. It's new. Instagram is important. It's worth testing to see what's going on. Then you just click place order and boom, that's what's going to happen. So let's see here. You set it up for more than a month. Yeah, I get that. So I changed it. Yeah. Don't run an ad for more than a month. We like our clients to run ads for 3, 4, 5 days max, right? Because you need, especially for you as an agent, you need to build a brand and you need to capture leads. And ads get stale real quick. And if you're running different ads all the time, you'll see that it stands out in the consumer, right? And that's what the whole point is. So place the order and then the ad goes there. You'll get some analytics from Facebook at the end of the ad period, or when the ad has finished running. And that's great. You'll then learn things about reach and click-throughs, and then you got to think about what really happened, right? What really happened? Reach in Facebook advertising means how many people actually saw it, right? And in that case, let's get over here to. Am I on cancel? What is this? Oh, this is not our page. Reach means how many people actually saw my ad on Facebook. Clicks on Facebook means how many people clicked off of the ad and got to my landing page. And then you'll know how many leads you got from us because we'll be emailing them to you, right? And then you can also go here to your lead section and your leads will be there as well. So that's kind of the nature of all that. Are there any questions? I kind of went quickly today. I am going to put this video up on YouTube. We'll have it in our mastermind group later today. But if there aren't any more questions, I'm going to say thanks to everybody and let you get back to work. Let's see, what did we miss? Blogs, video, analytics, tutorials, contact support. No, that's kind of it. Again, on the home page, there's a link to join the mastermind group. This is if you have an over here, find out about broker accounts. If you are part of an office, we do have dramatically discount pricing for offices. There's a listing presentation here, open house platform. A lot about Facebook is right here, and of course, getting started. No questions. Okay, +1 pages. Oh, can you make multiple landing pages for different areas? Yes, you can, Jason. Yeah, you can. Just go to landing pages and type in a word here, right? Like I said earlier, type in Santa Monica and click save. Spell this right and capitalize it right. If your next page is Beverly Hills, type in Beverly Hills. Save them all separately, right? They're separate pages, and you get unlimited landing pages, and I think that alone is an awesome value. So everybody, thanks so much. If you don't have any more questions, thanks for joining me today. We do have a call on Facebook tomorrow, and we'll be getting a little more involved in the Facebook one, a little more detail there. So if you don't have any more questions, thanks so much, and take it easy.